This is the 28 o'clock news with Alistair Burrows.
Tonight, more on the Persian invasion of Greece.
GNN, Greek News. This just in. The invasion of Greece has been brought to Salamis, and the two sides have met in the Sobronic Gulf. This may be Greece's last stand. A Greek army consisting of an alliance of city-states, especially Athenians, Spartans, and Megarians, has lured the Persian army into the narrow straits of Salamis. Persia's fleet has been ordered to attack by their king, Xerxes, in an attempt to quell the remainder of the Greek army. Keep in mind, this is very shortly after Persia's victory at Thermopylae, where they dismantled a heavily outnumbered last stand by a small group of soldiers. The battle was led by King Leonidas of Sparta, and the Persians sustained massive casualties from the small regime. The Greek fleet is led by Athenian politician Themistocles and Spartan general Eurybiades, and will rely purely on willpower and cunning in order to stop the Persian fleet. The narrow straits have made it extremely difficult for the Persians to maneuver, and Themistocles is taking advantage of this handicap. We now go to war correspondent Icarus Lon with the story.
Behind me, you can see the Greek alliance has put holes in the Persian fleet and are beginning to board the defending armada. The Greeks have punctured holes in the Persian ships, and the narrow strait is making it impossible for the bulky Persian army to make any evasive maneuvers. Spartans have cleared a way for Athenians and Thessalians to pounce on the hopeless Persian soldiers. The Persians are being slaughtered by the Spartan soldiers.
You filthy rat.
A wind of vengeance.
All of the destroyed ships are acting as a walkway for Greek soldiers to board the Persian vessels, turning this naval battle into one fought with swords. Of course, the Persians came ill-prepared and have little to defend from foot soldiers, as they had not but an army, just a navy. What looked like was going to be a decisive victory for the Persian superpower has now tilted heavily in the hands of the Greek alliance. As Herodotus, our chief correspondent, recalls, Xerxes was warned by Queen Artemisia that this battle would give him no strategic advantage and is completely unnecessary. Now, Xerxes must pray for a Persian victory or risk being driven out by the Greek alliance. I caught up with Greek general Themistocles, and here's what he has to say. Thank you for joining us, Themistocles. What are your thoughts so far about this battle?
The Persians have no chance of retreat and a regrouping, as the narrow strait of Salamis has been ruthless on the morbid fleet. The jagged rocks have taken many ships as prisoners of the sea, and Persian ships are being punctured in droves.
What are your weaknesses?
Xerxes and his forces know their sheer numbers can be enough to thwart our strong Greek defense, as evident in the Battle of Thermopylae. The key for the Persians would be to outflank our ships, surrounding us and then attacking us from all angles.
Themistocles, how will you make sure this won't happen?
This will not happen. Our troops are well prepared for the situation and will not accept a defeat.
What may happen to Greece if you lose this battle?
Nod. With a defeat at Salamis, our army would be diminished, and there would be nothing to stop the invading Persian army from sacking the interior of our country, eventually taking control. Greece would then be under Persia's tyrant control, and our new concept of a democratic society would be destroyed, as well as our rich culture. It may be destroyed around the world, as it will be viewed as a failing system. Many of us would be worked rebuilding the country's urban centers to Persians' liking. Others will become prisoners, and a great deal will be murdered.
Thank you for joining us, Themistocles. This is Icarus Lam reporting on the Battle of Salamis. Good night, folks.